Hey healers, hey, welcome. Now, last night I started our energy work and it was incredible. It was so like visceral. I still even now feel like it was basically like shifting out of one body and into a whole nother body. But the first body wasn't really a natural body. It was like an etheric body overlay on the body. And one of the things that's gonna be coming up for some of you guys is like bladder incontinence and basically not being able to hold your pee, which is coming from because of you shifting into that new body. And it's essentially like breaking strongholds off of your womb that have siphoned energy off of your womb. This is specifically Vatican. If you guys come from any Catholic, like some of y'all don't know that you have Catholic in your family. Your family converted a long time ago, but this is all specific to the Catholic Church. Like this is something that you've done, that they've done to you, and it has to do with like the virgin whore dichotomy, the whore archetype, Eve versus Lilith. But it's basically a concerted effort to make people look at women a certain way, and to infantilize women and to enslave women, to go from being like goddesses and priestesses to being concubines and like abused wives and things. The lineages that we're working with here represent a lot of abuse towards women in the family and even murder towards women in the family. And these are lineages that used to sacrifice women and girls back in the day. So what we have all this heavy shit. What we found that was the craziest part of the group healing that I did, where I was working specifically on the womb and the throat to communicate love, like to communicate desire, to be able to tap into the communication needed to get what you like desire sexually and sensually. And the crazy thing that came through was this, it was like I was floating. I was just floating. I was doing the energy work. I was recalibrating the energy pathways, the meridians and the channels between the chakras, between the sacral chakra and the throat chakra, asking for what you need, talking about what feels good or what feels bad for you. And it was like this message came through that was like, you can have what you want. And it was just so big because I think that's the core issue here. What we're dismantling as we move from these different states to like the old overlay, fake body overlay, because the thing is with that fake overlay, you can't have full pleasure. Like you don't have access to your full sensations and sensory experience of pleasure. It can't be a full body orgasm if it doesn't include your entire body. And if there's parts of your body that are numb, it's gonna miss those parts, so then it's not a full body. So what's so funny is like, you can have what you want. What a fucking concept. What a fucking concept. You can have what you want. I mean, yeah. What? Because basically, let me break this down. What I noticed in my like over a year-long group healing, collective healing work on the famine, refugee, poverty wound, and how it intersects with sexuality, spirituality, and relationships, is that the only reason why people rely on magic to make things happen is because they are desperate, or they have been desperate. Like, it doesn't really it wouldn't really need it wouldn't need magic if the situation wasn't desperate. So by the time people get to spirituality, it's gotten so bad because think about it. Think about all the things that like for example, it's a difference between like doing a little spell work versus like requiring a miracle. Okay, like, yeah, I want to get this home. I want to move into this home. I'm going to do a little spell work so I can get my home. And then versus I like doing a little spell work to get into the home, having like everything already planned. There's a big difference between the way people move around. A person's like, I've got everything planned already. Like, I have all the money. I'm going to take my time a year looking for places and packing and getting ready to move, versus somebody that has the famine refugee wound of like, when it's time to move, I'm moving right away, maybe in a cloud of chaos, who knows. And it's just a very different feel and a very different vibe. And even within, it doesn't have to necessarily be chaotic, because it could be slow and stoic and still be very unsettling. So it's just that unsettledness of like not feeling grounded and secure. In my time of doing Reiki for hundreds of sex workers, one thing that I noticed is that the majority, if not all, have not been in their bodies. Like the aura is pushed out, the aura is pushed up, the soul, the spirit is outside hovering. It's not in the body. It's not in the legs. If anything, it might be like in the head and maybe like a little bit lower, but in the legs, definitely not. And this is one of the reasons why like root lock is root lock, because that's the root chakra. Your legs are the root chakra. And what a lot of people will struggle with is like stuff to do with their legs, like ankles, knees, hips. And with this healing, we're really getting into the hips, because the energy work and the life, not only the energy work from this session, but also the life that you've been living is breaking strongholds of spiritual slavery and sexual oppression off of your hips and off of your womb. And for some of y'all, this is for your daughters, like for you to have daughters in the future that won't have these strongholds because you've broken them off, so they can be really sexually free and have full access to their energy, like for their whole lives, from the beginning until the end. But you have about 50% of your energy that's missing. If you guys have been feeling drained, oh yeah, and they try to put little suction cups on you. Oh, that's interesting, because when I went, I was filming a live stream for my ancestral energy healing Garden of Eden broadcast channel earlier, and I went by the St. Louis Cathedral in Jackson Square, and I was speaking on the Vatican conspiracies, and that's what that was. I felt so weird after that, but I knew that I could get on here and talk about it and I would clear it up. And it's like they basically put like a suction cup like here to try to like siphon they're trying to siphon knowledge from my crown. They want to know what I know. So what I work with, like, basically, you know, like the magician in tarot has like an infinity symbol above his head. So I keep one of those above my head, and I use it to catch my projections, the projections of others, and pretty much anything that anybody's trying to infuse in my field. I catch that. I catch it. So, because the thing is that what we're seeing here, one thing that I was speaking on in that live stream was evil eye, because what we're seeing is that like one of the reasons for the refugee wound is having to flee because of people giving like severe evil eye and like just not wanting you to have shit. And this is what we're seeing is like, it's like it goes so far beyond just like jealous hating ass bitches to like entire lineages hating your lineage and not wanting you to have shit and trying to do everything in their power to keep you from that. And sometimes that can just be being around you. Like, you don't have no business being around some people. They're not on your level and they're wasting your time. And then you might be trying to just be nice, but they're like trying to feed on you and they want something from you. Like, there's like not like you're not in a reciprocal. It's like basically you got to get more business about yourself and commit to yourself, because you can have what you want. That's the theme and the thesis of this message. You can have what you want, and a lot of them can't. You can have what you want. Like, you have big dreams that are achievable for you, versus a lot of the people that you're around that don't have big dreams because they can't have them. And you're feeling like you're weird because you aren't like them, but it's a good thing. So getting some more business about yourself. Some of you guys, it's been a process of inner child healing where everything is getting integrated now. Like, I feel like we just came through a major integration point with that Taurus new moon, and nothing was the same. It's a maturity. It's like getting to a level of maturity where you don't need to prove that you deserve good things, and you don't have to have a boatload of trauma that like says that you deserve it. Like, it's like you're getting to the point of not feeling like as much needing validation, that it's okay for you to succeed, because they are not going to give it to you, because they don't want to see you do that. And what a lot of people are very selfish and short-sighted, so they don't really truly, like, they don't care about what they purport to care about. So for y'all here who do truly care, there's a guarding that must take place. It's so funny because I used to say this all the time, that like, you have to have support when you're trying to do anything that matters, but it's so fucking true. And the thing is that I had no idea how much support was actually needed, like, and how much I was resisting it. I think that the most important thing that you can do is just open more and more space to receive. And that's how this all works. Reversing this curse is like, the more you get, the more you receive for nothing, doing nothing, the better off you'll be. And you have less and less in common with those people that be where you used to be with your bad habits. You just don't need certain things anymore that you needed. They got you through. And it has to be lived. Like, this transformation has to be lived. That means that it has to be spoken out. And there's some of y'all, there's conversations that you've been needing to have, that you've been waiting to have. And now they're going to be able to come. So what I'm gonna do is wrap this up. You're welcome to share anything that has come up for you that you want to share, because I don't need this to be a big long reading to impress this upon you, that you can have what you want, and a lot of the people around you can't, and they have desperately tried to attach themselves to you. And maybe you have allowed it because of not feeling good enough. There's people whose boundaries with you, you're recalibrating now, and then there's other people who it's just like, they don't make sense to be in your life because of what they want from you. It doesn't align with where you are right now. Some of y'all, like, it's like a total 180. Like, one thing, there's been like some type of graven image of like a fantasy of a person or like a celebrity or something, that's like this fantasy graven image that has brought somebody here a lot of joy. And then it was like, almost like all of a sudden now it doesn't feel the same. It's like, no more fantasy. The real life is the best fantasy. It's an end to disassociation, because real life is worth being present for. And so this is going to change a lot of relationships, because there may be some relationships that were predicated on escapism, and now there's less of a need to escape. So there's less of a need for those relationships, although they did serve their purpose at the time. So I'm gonna keep this short for you guys now, because this is a lot to chew on already. Like, it's actually traumatic success is traumatic. You can have what you want. That's fucking traumatic because it's like, well, why didn't I ever have it before? But something shifted and changed, and it's in going from one energy body to another energy body, where you shifted from a essentially like a false overlay. It was just like an energy body that this has come up before in a lot of readings, but this is the siphoning grid. The siphoning grid, it's the false overlay over the energy body that uses the energy centers of the body and funnels it all into a reservoir that is tapped into and used to make money or whatever else they need. They're not human. The Vatican popes, they're not human, and they are cyborg. They specialize in surveillance. I don't believe in privacy. Like, even my thoughts, like, I don't believe in privacy. So I don't see it, I don't have it as an expectation. I expect that anybody that really wants to see information bad enough, unless you like seriously guard it, or it's like, the thing is, we think we do all these things. No, there's something bigger and higher than you that's doing it, because as humans we can't do these things ourselves. We're too little. But there's people say God. Okay, what God? What God are you worshiping? Because there's multiple. That idea that there's one God has really done humans a disservice, because they don't understand that they're worshiping multiple gods at once, and they're worshiping conflicting gods at once, and they're calling them all the word God. Just like how the Kaaba, the black cube of Islam, all the idols are in there, like, maybe they're broken or whatever, but everyone is praying with the Kaaba, but they're all praying to different things. So this is like a message of brotherhood and unity, that like, you don't have to pray to the same gods to pray together. But people have forgotten that, and they also have forgotten like literally everything. So we're remembering. But the funny thing is that you don't have to try hard to remember something that happened. Like, it's gonna come out to you once you make the space for it. What we're seeing is cleaning the lens and clearing out a bunch of clogged up, like almost like hair stuck in a drain with like a bunch of like yucky lint all stuck in it. The brain is changing. The body is changing. It's the pineal and the pituitary gland connection with the G-spot and the clitoris. This is what's happening. You're getting some sense of sexual pleasure back that you haven't had in a long time, because you're able to articulate what you need, and you're starting from a baseline of safety. So I hope this helps. I hope this resonates. Let me know for sure. I'm switching to a podcast format after this, you guys. So this will be our last offering in this series. The As It Is. It's transformed a lot, and like I just need to let this process flow. I thank you for trusting me, and I honor your journey. I'm glad to be able to support you. This is more so about the energy work done than the reading. But I am gonna lay down tonight and do some more energy work on it, because I can feel that like I just want to close it out. So if there's more to say tomorrow, then I will update you guys tomorrow, okay? Peace, healers, masalama. Sweet dreams.